Welcome back to Taiwan Outlook. Our guest today is Colley Hwang of DIGITIMES. Mr. Hwang, we've been talking about Taiwan's competitive edge in terms of the electronic industry, but we're also facing, as you know, competitions from other countries, including South Korea, China, or even India. How can we prepare ourselves for the competition from other countries?
Yeah, I'm not really think we fight with Korea or fight with China or India. I don't think so, because in case of the manufacturing, mass production, like items like a notebook PC, motherboard, or even in the future, we have to consider the factor like a mobile phone. Yeah, we are very strong. And we are not really compete with them because we do level division. We do some project for them. Even Samsung, they come to Taiwan to buy LCD TVs.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter. Now it's an international cooperation.
So there's an international division of labor among
yes,
countries.
Absolutely. So we have to think about how to leverage each other. So we have to find out the advantages of Korean companies they have today. And we have to go to India to find the opportunities. You may didn't know, in China, mobile phone new subscribers every month now they create about 6 million new subscribers. But in India, they have 7 million even. Because new subscribers, they didn't use mobile phone before. They need more mobile phone with the competitive price.
That's right.
And Taiwan with the best solution for these kind of things. You know a company called MediaTek.
That's right.
MediaTek has about 52% baseband mobile phone market in China. Some of the, not some, many of the local mobile phone assemblers, they rely on MediaTek solutions. Then we can take the models to India. And India can assemble those items, those products by themselves. They can solve the problem like unemployment rate, something like that. Even not only India, but also the countries like South Africa, Turkey, or even Czechoslovakia. And we have the opportunities, unlimited opportunities for these kind of new opportunities.
So far, how's the cooperation between Taiwan and India in terms of these electronic industries, especially consumer industries?
Yes, and I mentioned about definition of MIT, right? Now I would like to give you another vision or concept about IT. IT stands for India and Taiwan. Then also, in India, they have many successful software houses. They do BPO, business processing, outsourcing. And as I know, they have a prediction about year 2010. They say they foresee in year 2010, their software industry revenue could be bigger than $60 billion. That is a very aggressive target that is good for them. But as I say, in software business, they rely on talent, brand powers. That's good for them. But they have to think about the local market demands, how to serve them. And then they need companies with the management experience about mass production. Taiwan has the best. So even India, they have to come to Taiwan to find out the partners. And we also have to go to India to find some people work for us to design new ICs or some softwares. There's a cooperation, as I always say that. Now we don't have the real competition. We just only have the competition, cooperation and the competition together. We have to work together in some ways.
But apparently Taiwan is one of the latecomers to Indian market. Why did Taiwan go so late to the Indian market?
I think in case of the branding and marketing events, Taiwanese companies are too conservative. For example, companies like LG, as I know, maybe in year 2005, at that time, LG contribute 4 major items like microwave, like TV sets, and some consumer electronics. Their market share always be higher than 25%. What's that? Why they can do that? The country manager from Korea, he say, I come to India with my family. I want to stay here longer, and I have to understand India because one of my Indian friends told me that. Do you know what is the national name of India? I said, teach me, what is the national name of your country? He said, United States of India. I just laughed, but he said, don't laugh that, like this way. Because, in India, we have 28 different states, and every state have their own tariff, has their own duty system. Then if you want to go to Indian market, you have to deal with 28 different states. That means there's a very diversified country. Do you know how many national languages they have? In their 100 rupee bill, on the bill, they have 15 different languages. But once I listen from my friends, from the speech, he say 27. And another minister, vice minister, when they visit Taiwan, they say we have 28. But I'm not sure how many languages they have, national languages. This is very difficult for multinational companies when they want to get into India. And in case of the PC market worldwide, India ranked about number 7. So India is not a small market. So as I mentioned, Taiwan contributes 90% of the notebook PC and the motherboard. Then we have to go India. We don't have choice.
So do you think that our companies underestimate the potential of the India market?
Absolutely. Company like, do you know D-Link?
D-Link.
One of the giants of the networking products from Taiwan. You may didn't know that. They have a listed company in the India market.
Really?
Yes. They are very successful.
So now entering now into the Indian market.
Yeah, and the MediaTek get into, and the Foxconn, they have a big project there. And as I know, ASUS compare other giants, they plan to go India. Now it's not too late, but we have to solve we have to supply, meets their requirements. And I think India has unlimited opportunities from this market.
But as you mentioned that there are cultural language barriers that our companies have to face when they decide to go to India. That's the reason some companies decide to choose China as a marketplace or even production site. What are the competitive advantages in terms of China's market?
Yeah, as people know that, China has the biggest market in many major new items like a mobile phone. For example, annually they have about 150 million pieces of mobile phone. And until today, they have about 500 million mobile phone users. It's the biggest market in the world. And until next year, Olympic game, before Olympic game, they have about 100 million digital TV users in their country. So it's possible for for China government to say, we want our own standard. So you have to fight with them, deal with them, negotiate with them about how to meet the standard. Otherwise, you cannot go to China. So there is one of the advantages of China have today. Secondly, they have many new enterprises. They're trying to get opportunities from electronic industries, like in Shenzhen area, in Shanghai area. As I know, in China, they have more than 300 mobile phone assemblers. Yes, they take solutions from MediaTek or other like TI to get into the market. But there are many new entrepreneurs. They're trying to get opportunities. There is another advantage of China have today. And for Taiwan, yes, for low price, low cost, cost-sensitive items or procedure, I think Taiwan hard to compete with China in many ways.
Just go to China market.
Yes, because China market is there and they have social costs better than Taiwan. So Taiwan have to upgrade. Take the different way to think about this kind of issue. If we always take in the models in 1990s, we had to upgrade our GDP per capita to $30,000 It's almost impossible. So we have to think about branding, marketing, and new value adds from design, from management, logistics, or others. We cannot just only do assembly and they say we want $30,000 GDP per capita. It's impossible. So China just don't do China their way. Taiwan have to do Taiwanese way. Otherwise, we cannot survive.
But as many people share the concern that whether Taiwan's electronic industry will be upgrading itself fast and good enough, especially in the face of China's rising power. Do you think our companies are doing well so far?
I think companies are doing well, but government have to think about how to help them, how to maximize, optimize their technology, their management experience. And in Taiwan, as I mentioned, most of our generation, and we have very good education system, education background, and we speak English, we travel a lot, and we know how to deal with the world-class players. So it appears experience-wise, we are okay for. And we need financial environment, better financial environment. And we don't need constraints from government. I cannot say 100% don't need constraints from government, but taking different way. Think about Taiwan, why Taiwan over 300, 400 years, why we can survive. because our ancestors from China, they come to Taiwan and they take risk. And Taiwan is smaller. Then we cannot always defensive approach.
So
we need offensive. We need more aggressive approaches to find a way for survive. You know, today Taiwan just only 23 million population. Then we need to work together with some good approach, good vision, and the government need to give us vision and teach us. Yes, we have to do this way. And on the other hand, we need government lead us a good application environment here. I mean, Taiwan is smaller market. As I mentioned, our digital TV market is smaller than China. Maybe only one. We cannot say only 1/10. But if we have better solution than China, and Beijing, Shanghai will come to Taiwan to learn the know-how and bring back to China and maximize the technology. And on the other hand, as you know, we have many electronics companies here, and we have experience. If we leverage that, we can optimize because everybody know that. Even my father, he is 77 years old, but he knew what is DRAM. You have to believe, because he do stock trading. He tried to buy some stocks from the market, but he knows what is DRAM. So in Taiwan, I published one book called E-Country. Taiwan is an electronic E. So we are E-country because about 55% of our export contributed by electronic industries. And economic-wise, yes, we need electronic, but electronic industry is more diversified, more complicated. So government officials have to pay attention, pay patience to know what they really needs. So we have Science Park. We are very successful, but Science Park always taking away like 1980s. No, we have to change.
That's right.
So the mentality is important.
But apparently this industry is very competitive. You have to keep upgrading yourself in the face of competition from other countries and from other companies. But what about a trend of this industry? Are Taiwan catching up enough with the leading trend in the field?
In case of the mass production, we always the best. Until today, we always is the best in the world. But we have to think about different way. For example, about 6 months before, Korean government sponsored a full-page advertisement on the paper of USA Today. They say there was a slogan. They say, "Korea as a nation with brain power." And about 3 months or 4 months ago, they have another full-page advertisement on USA Today. They say again, they say luxury brands from Korea. They present 16 different logos. The logos, we didn't know their name before. And they say, we just like France. And we have the luxury brands. So Korean government try to help local companies to improve their brand image, their country image. But we have to try to think about that. For example, Hanover, Tibet, is one of the biggest computer exhibitions in the world. Every year, we have 700 Taiwanese exhibitors there, but only 400 with a Taiwanese name. What's that? Because they say, yes, we are a European company, but they are not really European company. They with a face of Taiwanese. They speak Taiwanese English. So there's a problem. How to enhance the confidence, say we can do that. And now we have many good products, good brands. Maybe you didn't know the company called Advantech. Do you know the company?
No.
Advantech, that is the #1 industrial PC vendor in the world.
Really?
Yes, just in Naval Science Park. So we have many good companies.
But we are lacking the so-called branding power so far, right?
Actually, we have brand power, but not really significant like Samsung and LG. That's why we say we don't have the real brand name.
That's right. But apparently, the government plays a very important role in helping our companies in branding their companies and branding their products and so on. So when we come back, we'll talk about the role of the government in terms of upgrading Taiwan's industry in helping our companies to become really international brands. And don't go away. We'll be right back.